Welcome to the Closet Project, 4 Chambers of the Heart, a 9th dimensional art presentation. So, in 2020, that ignited some serious introspection. This video showcases raw, uncut, with 0 edits, what I've been creating for the last 4 years. So you might ask, what does 9th dimensional art mean? Well, the best way to describe this is through the principles of the 7 chakras and through acknowledging polarity. So with polarized viewpoints, magnets, whatever you think, that's 2 plus 7 equals 9. You have up, down, left, right, in, out, open, shut, on, off, seen, hidden, white, black, and so on and so forth throughout infinity. The material I used also has a lot to do with why I call it 9th dimensional. Each piece is created from quote-unquote trash or material which we often see tossed to the ground with little regard for its effect. Now, this art is a form of high respect for Mother Nature, an act of honor. Typically, individuals don't spend much time considering a consequence of their actions. And I am deeply wounded at this knowledge. And this sentiment echoes in every piece that I've created. I show tribute to the natural cycles of life while gently pointing attention to the negligence of our species. Many of the canvases I use are created from styrofoam. And these styrofoam bricks were originally going to be used to create a sound studio, which I hope will still happen, but we'll see. I quickly learned when using styrofoam as a medium, it is a substance that is very difficult to destroy. And that's how it earned its value with me and with time. Instead of seeing trash, I now see gold. Long story short, these bricks of styrofoam were used to help keep my mother's medication cold while shipping. Styrofoam is an indestructible material that can't be broken down by nature. So let's just say this medium served as my villain in a heroic journey. In the beginning, I tried to destroy the styrofoam bricks. I cut and I sawed, I burned and I melted and I punctured and carved into them. And this is where the Cosmic series was born. Later on the journey, I began to make amends with their indestructible nature. I spent time using them to help me build an above-ground garden, and I used them as props for a show, which I helped choreograph. I found ways around my frustration and learned to see the object that I couldn't destroy was actually a gift. I realized that some parts of evolution require us to cease the fight and find beauty in what is. Not everyone will join the mission, and instead of trying to plead with these litter bugs, I just decided to pick up the trash and transmute it. I found broken hubcaps on the side of the road, and I imagined a beautiful refurbished party bus with glittering wheels of change. I promptly began adorning the artifacts as alchemized ninth dimensional art. Using expired spices and old paint and litter, I refurbished this trash into treasure. Because I often work backwards without knowing it at the time, let's just review the year span of this creation. So in 2020, we have the Cosmic Series. In 2021, the Wheels of Change. 2022, the Mind Garden. 2023, Alchemy. And 2024, Seeds. Yes, some of the added pieces in this gigantic collection began over 10 years ago. But as an artist, we don't really know why or what we're creating until it's time to integrate. I'm just one person who relates to many aspects and compartments of my personality. It felt important to honor the best parts of all of my traits. If not now, when? So, 4 years ago, during a global pandemic, I had dived into my psyche and began to dissect my mind. I think we all did on some level. And at that time, I truly had no concept of how I would complete this journey. But it never really ends, does it? Perhaps, if we're thinking about Alice in Wonderland, our identity is Alice. Our minds are the rabbit holes, and our dreams, the Cheshire Cat, our soul, the White Rabbit, and perhaps our emotions are the Queen of Hearts. I don't know. But this video is intentionally chaotic. As the zookeeper of my mind museum, I felt the prideful lion had to be tamed. So the viewer won't see the symbols or even see the value unless they have a keen eye or perhaps a glimpse at this backstory. I'm fine with my anti-audience. I don't really need you to like me or my work, but as the director in my brain sees each video from my channel, which started in 2017, it's seen as sort of a thread to a quilt of a lifetime. And the producer in my mind reminds me that chapters are necessary for a full story to reach a finale. So I guess I just sure wish that the editor would step in. But hey, I'm one person pretending to be an octopus. So, my brain likes to get ahead of itself, and my heart knows we're always on the correct path if we just stay present. I truly feel that this work is divinely guided, and I do thank the universe for helping me complete this chapter. I finally feel that we've reached a stopping point on this extended stay. The perfectionist that I am insists that without funding or collaborators, there is really no sense in dragging this project out further. So let's just say it's been fun, extremely frustrating, and magnificently healing. It's strange how long it's taken to provide an adequate life review. Curiouser and curiouser.
Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all, and sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash was on my window's hand, on the strangest scene. Yet never in extremity cast a crumb of me. Did you? That is the thing with feathers in the soul.
Or tradition to have a hope chest.
That is the thing with feathers.
Did you?
That perches in the soul. Connect, create, educate. Unlock your limitless potential.
Be the flow.